Okay, in the last section we saw some problems that essentially arose from in our progress grid here, and the whole thing was flashing. It didn't look very pretty and certainly not the way we would like our application to run. So the reason is because every time we change one of these squares we are in fact redisplaying the entire thing, and that caused the flashing we saw. So how do we solve that? Well, let's take a look at what we can do. And what we can do is be smarter about this. So I've got a couple new changes. The first change I made is to add a Q to my progress grid view. Then in my update with method, if the aspect is state, I'm going to add the key that gets passed along with it to the Q. Then I'm going to invalidate the rectangle, just the piece in that view that has changed. So it's not invalidating the entire window, and it's not going to redraw the whole window. It's just invalidating just the piece that changed. So we have to also change our display on. So here's the old display on. We basically went through the keys and drew everything. Our new display on will be similar. It's going to say, is my key queue empty? While it's not, while I've got keys that have changed in there, and often there's just one, we'll get the key, we will find the rectangle for that key, and then we'll simply draw it, just like we did before. Okay. We have one other change here. It says basically if the bounds are my entire window, then I want to redisplay it all. So if I'm resizing the window, we'll redisplay everything. So let's take a look. Okay, here's my progress grid. Here's my debug. Again, I'm going to set the label to test example, and let's see if this works a little better. And it certainly does. It goes very quickly. Let's try this again. We'll open it up. Let me see if I can come down here to show you more of it. And there's my keys, my label, and now when I go through, you can see there's not much in the way of flashing. Changes orange, changes green, orange, it's over here, green, and this goes very quickly. And if I go to another example which has a weight in it, this slows it down a little bit so you can see it. And let's just see that. Okay, this looks a whole lot nicer. So next section we'll talk about some other changes and refinements that we can make to further improve this.